half of the people on this planet, 50% of all people alive are females. So that woman you think is so special, that one you really want, she's so special. She ain't special, bro. She ain't special. Get that shit out your head straight away. She takes a shit in the morning like everyone else. So don't be trying too hard. Now, the reason I get away with such little work is because I've put such a high price tag on myself. I am a 4-time kickboxing world champion multimillionaire. So any female, no matter how beautiful, knows I'm never going to be the guy hitting her up constantly. I'm not going to be the guy she can call and I'll always answer. She knows I got shit going on. I've never struggled with females because I never focused on the females. These other game books and Roosh and all these idiots. This is the woman, get the woman, get the woman. Forget the bitch, forget her, forget all the chicks. Worry about yourself, get yourself straight. And when your own shit's straight, got yourself together, females are an added bonus. It's much easier to focus on yourself and get yourself high level and then start getting females than it is to forget about yourself. Spend all your time day game running around the mall, doing 1,000 approaches, trying to pick up a real fucking slut who will bang anyone. All the game you've read before is bullshit. If you go up to 1,000 girls, you get 5 phone numbers and one might fuck you. Yeah, I'm sure that's absolutely true, but so? You're gonna spend your life, instead of becoming rich, instead of becoming strong, instead of becoming smart, you're just gonna fucking run around a mall, approaching girls, day game? It's bullshit, it's garbage, it's for children. I focused on myself. And that's how I've managed to attain the highest quality females. And also not attain, retain. Don't be fucking so desperate for a girl that you just lose all your honor and self-respect. Because then you're never going to get her. Ever.
Your competition is zero. They're just out drinking, watching sports, distracting themselves on TikTok. They're losers. All you have to do is focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, you're going to win.
There is nothing on the planet that you can't do. Even if you don't know how to do it. Even if you're not prepared to go and learn how, even if for some reason you lack the motivation, the dedication, the discipline, the gumption to knuckle down and get it done. If you have a little bit of money and basic people skills, you can simply organize a team to do it for you. There is nothing you cannot do if you have a little bit of money and people skills. That's all it is. Elon puts rockets in space by walking around with his PayPal money, finding people who know how to put rockets in space and convincing them to work really hard. That's it. So when people say, I can't, I don't know how to, that's hard, I can't, that's just cope. You don't need to know how. And of course you can. You just need to want to. As soon as you want to do it, as soon as you actually care about getting it done, as soon as you assemble the A-team to complete the task, the sooner you finally knuckle down and dedicate yourself towards X objective, the sooner it gets finished. There is nothing you cannot do with a little bit of money and basic people skills.
Everyone wants to win, but not everybody wants to win more than they want other things. Wanting is easy. If I said to you, do you want to become a world-level figure skater? You'd say, well, yeah, sure. There's no reason not to want that. I want that. But I don't want it enough to go and train. I don't want it enough to go and fall over on the ice and hurt myself. I don't want it enough to go and do that opposed to other things. Wanting something means nothing. We all want everything. It's how much you want it. So really, want is a hierarchy. And only the top 3 or 4 wants matter. Everything else you want below that is insignificant because it's always going to play second fiddle. So my top wants are, I want to be respected. I want to be in fantastic physical condition. I want to be very rich. If your want is to have fun, that's your prerogative. But you're going to lose out on a whole bunch of things because you're focused on having fun. You're going to end up in those videos you see on Instagram of people standing behind a DJ filming him. And then one song comes on after 7 hours of shit songs and they pretend their life matters. You're a failure. The DJ's is somebody, he got paid to go there. You paid to go there, to film him. He wanted to be famous and make money more than you did. You wanted to have fun. Do you understand the difference in the dynamic? So you have to decide your top 3 or 4 wants. And it's hard because there's going to be things you cut out. You might have to cut out that girl who wants all your time. Oh, you're boring. All you do is work. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Do you want her pussy or do you want monumental success?
You don't need drugs. You don't need alcohol. You don't need parties or festivals. You don't need fun. Fun is the vector from which Satan operates. No money to be made, you don't retire your mother, you don't help the world, you don't give to charity, you don't become stronger, you don't become wiser, you don't learn anything. Life's not about fun as a man. Life is about doing the right thing because it must be done. You do not need fun until you've already reached the highest possible echelon. So this whole idea that you need fun in your life, you don't. What you need is purpose. You need discipline. You need things to do which are going to benefit you and the others around you. You need obligations, and you need performance metrics. You don't need to be waking up thinking about fun. You're not important. Nobody knows who you are. You're not physically strong. You're not financially wealthy. You have bigger concerns. Hey, what are we going to do this weekend? We need to have some fun. Really? Have you actually gone out there in the universe and made a mark large enough that you're allowed some time off to have some fun? You don't deserve any fun. You don't need any fun. You have work to do. For a man, your contentment will come from your purpose, and it will come from your competence, and it will come from succeeding objectives. It will come from completing difficult things that other people cannot complete. It will never come from the easily accessible hedonism, which you have confused for fun. If everybody can go to that concert, you shouldn't want to go. The only fun I have is doing things I know you're not allowed to do. But if you say to me, Andrew, come to this party, and I say, well, who's there? Everyone. If everyone's there, it's trash. And the fact that you think that's fun shows that you have a severe mental deficiency. You're only going to find actual fun through purpose. You're only going to find purpose through exceptionalism. So you need to become the best possible version of yourself in all realms. You're unhappy because you're trying to have fun instead of trying to become important. And you're never going to feel satisfied in your heart unless you become important. Please imagine for a second you're the most Googled man on the planet. Hundreds of millions of dollars and you're built like a tank. Imagine how you feel when you look in the mirror. Nothing can match that and nothing can beat that. I speak to people my age and I say, in my 20s, I spent maybe 10,000 hours in the gym training. You're the same age as me. What did you do with those 10,000 hours? What did you do? Watch TV, go out, sit around, nap? And they can't even name what they did with any of their time. They're like, don't know. So if you're 16, you need to be using every single waking minute towards things you're going to remember. You're going to remember training. You're going to remember working hard. You're going to remember trying to make money. Time is the ultimate currency. Time is money. You can turn it into anything. You can turn it into muscles if you go to the gym. But people have all this time and they just mush around with it. And then they're like, oh, I don't know why. Oh, I'm failing. I wish I was successful. If you find a man who's obsessed with work, I have things I need to do and I feel satisfied inside when I do them. I feel happy when they are done. That is my fun. Call me boring. That's what I enjoy. And truthfully, as a person, you're happier that way. So it really, truly ruins my day when a beautiful girl's like, can I see you? It's like, oh, I've got work to do. I don't want to talk to you and have fun and party. I don't want to do any of that. I want to do emails. That's my fun now, regiment. I am 0% tempted to drink ever again. I am 0% tempted by fun. I don't want to go to clubs. I don't want to go to some party. I'm not interested in seeing anything. I've seen it all anyway. I've been everywhere. Like, who cares? I want to run my empire and I want to spend time with people I love. And that's it. So how do you find happiness? Happiness is in struggle. The struggle and the size of the struggle you're facing, along with how important it is and how important you feel it is deep in your heart, is directly correlated to how successful and how happy you're going to feel all of the time. Solving those problems lead to a positive place. Once you become addicted to it, you're going to become a machine of monumental achievement. There are some very simple basic things you can do. Weight training, chess, trying your very best to take care of your mother, retire her. You need goals and resistance and something to fight against to live well. If you only have joy all of the time and no pain, you are not going to be happy. And I often see that when I speak to people who are too comfortable, they end up being unhappy. You must earn happiness. You must climb a mountain. You must struggle yourself to happiness. That's extremely important. There must be physical, mental, social, some kind of spiritual struggle. And those things being satisfied is what's going to satisfy you. The only other alternative to that, to feel good, is hedonism. And that's not going to satisfy you for very long. And it's also going to destroy your life. So you need to pick the low-hanging fruit first. And the starting block to all of these things is your body. Get stronger, get bigger muscles. It's a fast track to self-discipline, which will carry over into all other endeavors. In fact, how many people can say the gym saved their life? I actually find it amazing that there's people out there who aren't in perfect physical condition. Guys, let me tell you all a newsflash. If you eat right and you train hard, you look good. So why don't you all look like superheroes? Do you not understand how intimidating that is just when they look at a group of people and they all look like superheroes and they can tell they're all disciplined, all dedicated, all physically strong? The struggle is what's beautiful about it. First, you want to become as strong as physically possible. Next, you want to try and make as much money as possible. Not even necessarily for the money, although money is extremely important because it allows you to take care of yourself, but there's a challenge involved, and solving that challenge is going to make you feel more satisfied as a human. Happiness comes from success, and making money is success.
I promise you guys, I wanted money. I wanted to get rich. I wanted money so bad I couldn't live broke. I knew I deserved a life better than wage slavery. I knew I couldn't listen to a HR department. I knew I couldn't listen to some retard telling me what to do. I knew I couldn't be told what to do by people lesser than me. I knew I couldn't watch people less smart than me have more money than I had. I knew I couldn't watch people have Ferraris if I didn't have one. I needed money. I was ready to do anything for money because that's what I wanted. And guess what I got? Hundreds of millions of liquid dollars cash because I wanted it. You're always going to do what you want. Have you noticed that you're actually quite a motivated person? You jerk off every time you want to. So you need to make yourself want other things and motivation goes away. Make sure that you blink, cure your brain, reprogram yourself. Those are your wants. You don't care about anything else. And you'll find yourself unduly dedicated. You'll find yourself unquestionably motivated to get the things that you truly desire once you work out what they are.
You know, I'm fine with economy. I don't give a shit. I'm a full-grown man. I'll go and sit on an economy flight for 22 hours to Sydney, Australia from LA. Doesn't matter to me. Instead, I'm on a $200,000 private jet. Well, does that make me happy? Not really. You know what does make me happy? Makes me happy that I can put the woman I love on a private jet. Makes me happy that if I want to see my children, I can put them on a private jet so they turn up quickly enough for me to spend a single hour with them. I can spend $200,000 to get an hour with my kids because a jet is faster than sitting around at an airport with a bunch of fucking brokies. It matters to me that if my mother has a heart attack, I can afford the best surgeon on the planet. What matters to me is that I can actually take care of the people I fucking love. I don't give a shit about having money. I'll go back to living in a single room with Tristan sleeping on the floor like we did when we were broke. I don't care. What I do care about is that I finally have money to be useful to the people I love. Because when I was broke, I wasn't very useful to people. I would see the people I care about struggling. I'll go to economy, no problem. I don't want the woman I fucking love sitting in economy with a bunch of fucking peasants. I don't want the woman I love going to work, having a male boss and a bunch of male colleagues trying to fuck her all day because I can't afford to retire her. And I'm going to sit there and go, oh, well, I don't have enough money, so I guess she just needs to work. Well, you're just going to accept that? Because you're not going to try, because you're not motivated, because you're not dedicated? Having money as a man has actually nothing to do with yourself. If you're smart enough to make money as a man, you're probably stoic enough to not give a shit. I don't give a fuck about diamond watches. I don't care about cars. I don't care about private jets. I don't care about a big, nice house. I don't care about any of it. I will go back to bug level, back to the dirt, living in a fight gym like I used to. I don't care. But what I do care about is being so monumentally incompetent that the people I love and the people who rely on me can't get what they need from me, or I have to expose them to dangers. Well, my woman has to get the fucking bus. What happens when she gets raped? What happens when something happens to her? What am I going to say? Oh, but I still love you. Clearly not very much. Because I didn't love her enough to dedicate myself to get rich to prevent her from getting ganked on a street corner. So what does my love even matter? Poor men, useless men, incompetent men's love means nothing. It doesn't matter how much you love a woman, doesn't matter how much you love your children, if you can't help them, provide for them, protect them, take care of them. And if you're gonna wake up every day as a man and lack dedication and motivation to get rich because you don't have enough fire inside of your heart to be dedicated towards taking care of the people you love, then you're probably a piece of shit person. I'm at the point now when some man goes, oh, I'd love to get rich, but I'm struggling with motivation. I look at him and it's like he's fucking scum. You're either a dipshit, you're either one of the useless men, and there's a whole bunch of them out there. You're either a fucking useless loser, or you're the kind of person who's going to do anything it takes to win because you understand you have obligations as a man. You are obligated to protect. You can't not be able to fight. You have a job. You can't not afford things. You have a job to do. And it is for that reason you need to get rich. Not for yourself, for everybody else. And you will see how much better life is when people look at you with respect. For the first time in your life, when women look at you with a different look in their eyes, when they finally respect you. When men, important men, meet you and they finally respect you. When your family is finally proud of you. And all of that happens when you dedicate yourself to something. When you finally start to make more money than anyone else in your family can even fucking fathom. That is when you're going to feel happy, and that is when you're going to matter. And it's truthfully your job as a man has been bestowed upon us by the universe, by the cosmos, since the dawn of human time, to wake up, dedicate ourselves, and become capable. It's not for you to be able to fly on private jets across the Atlantic and smoke a fat cigar. That's not why you need to make money. You need to make money so that you finally are useful to the people who care about you and who you care about.
The year's almost over. I remember you said this year was going to be your year. We all know you fucking wasted it. But those are your primary objectives. Your objectives are not to be simping for girls. Your objectives are not to be messaging women on Instagram who ignore you. Your objectives are not to be happy. Your objectives are not to sit around crying or being depressed about something or being sad. Your objective is to get rich so other people have to pay you their money because you own all the assets and stay out of jail. Those are your primary objectives. If you don't do that, you lose. Do you understand?